Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy Sean B Nice, man. Thanks again for coming checking out this video here. Today we're going to be kind of discussing my thoughts and my review on the Lenovo Thinkpad X280. Now, the things we're going to be discussing primarily about this machine is just the basis I think that most your average consumers and the workforce want to look for. So this review is not pretty much for the tech spec kids and things like that. This review is more so for people who just have like ordinary day jobs or night jobs, more on an analytical work, analyst work, financial rep, things like that. I'm really gearing this review towards them because maybe their company or the company they work for want to buy these things in bulk, and I want to see and let them know if it's worth their money or not. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I definitely want to talk about is the build and how lightweight this machine is. So one thing for me, I personally own a Lenovo Yoga 720. Now that machine is like 5 to 6 pounds, and the power brick adds like another pound on it. Now I can't lie, I mean it's heavy, but I can't lie, yo. It gets, now that I've been using it more and carrying with me more, it does get kind of heavy. Now that I've been using this just to, you know, make sure I get a pretty good review for you guys for the past few days, or the past few weeks rather, I love how light this is. I love how light this is. I love how light the power brick is. I mean, and it's a USB-C cable. I can't really stress that enough. I love laptops. I personally love laptops that have USB-C charging cables. I think it is so convenient, so important to have, and it just kind of adds to the lightweight and the versatility of the machine overall. Also, maybe if you have like a power adapter or a power brick, you can charge, or a power bank rather, you can charge your laptop with that. And with the Lenovo Yoga 720, you cannot. So just something to kind of keep in mind. This thing to me is already future ready. Now, another thing I wanted to make sure I discuss is just the overall port situation. Now, this machine has the HDMI port. Now, to me, you guys, I think that is very important if you're in the business field. I for one, do like a lot of presentations at work, and sometimes the projector, it works, but sometimes I wish I could just hook it up straight to a TV, like maybe a big TV or a projector that have the HDMI port and it's streaming right there. The projector we have at work is pretty old, but if you're someone who work at an office that has the HDMI port, you can definitely take advantage of that with this laptop here. Now, also just another key feature I want to move on. This does have a biometric fingerprint sensor on it, so this does support Windows Hello. Put your finger on it, opens right up, no problems at all. So that's also a good look to have for security and just for overall just convenience. Now, moving right along, let's talk about how it does with keyboards. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge keyboard stickler type of person. If the keyboard works, it works. Now, what I can say is the travel distance on this keyboard is not the most comfortable. Maybe just because I'm used to a big 15-inch, laptop. So I like the key travel I have on my Lenovo Yoga 720 compared to my Lenovo X280. Don't get me wrong, this thing does have a good keyboard. It's backlit and it works. Again, I think my hands just may be too big sometimes. I feel like I'm just fumbling over my own fingers. So just something to keep in mind if you have a big, if you have big hands, the key travel may or may not be a problem for you. To the next subject matter, I promise you this video is not going to be that long, guys. I know people in the workforce want to kind of get quick and precise answers, so I'm trying to keep this video concise. So with that being said, let's move around to the noise aspect. Now, I did get a decibel meter out. The noise on this thing is nowhere compared to any of the machines that I've used, especially my personal laptop. It is very, very, very quiet. I love how quiet this machine is. I love using it at night. If I'm in a bed with my wife and I'm just using something real quick to type something up or whatever the case is, I can't hear this thing at all. It is so light and it does not get hot. That's one thing I love about this laptop as well. If you can sit this laptop on your lap, just the way the heat dissipation is and how it's manufactured on this laptop in general, the way the vents are lined up, you really don't have to worry about the heat hitting your legs too much. Also, if you guys seen my unboxing video, I took the back cover off of the laptop. It does take advantage of a dual fan system. So I think Lenovo's kind of pretty much got the hang on trying to keep heat away from you. Now, for those who worry about the display works perfectly fine. I've used it in outdoors a few times, not like a lot, but the few times that I did use it, I had no complaints with it. It is touchscreen, just for those who didn't know that. And the model that I currently have for review, the Lenovo sent out to me, is a 1080p full HD screen. So I had no complaints with the display at all. Again, I want to make sure I mention to you guys, it is touchscreen. A lot of laptops that for work are not touchscreen. And trust me, if you have a touchscreen laptop, it's just convenient to have. I know some people say they don't care for it. Me personally, I let it have a touchscreen on my laptop, especially if it's for work. It just makes things easier sometimes if the mouse is getting on your nerves. And for people who stay on the laptop and mouse all day, your hands can sometimes get like almost carpet tunnel and get stuck. So sometimes it's nice just to go ahead and use your finger to get done what you're trying to get done. Now, one thing I almost forgot to mention is the battery life on this machine. Honestly, I'm very impressed with the battery life in this machine. Now, just in comparison, I'm on Lenovo Yoga. On a good day, I may get like 5 to 6 hours off the charge, especially if I'm doing Adobe Premiere. That's, you know. Now, but just basic use, I probably can get like around 8 hours on my Lenovo. Now, with this machine here, I was getting like 11. I could be off, maybe just the way I've been using it, but I pretty much always adjust and play with the battery settings on laptops to kind of get it to how I want it. But also, this laptop does have a fast charge technology in it, so even if you are running low, you can juice up and quick, fast, in a hurry. So that's also So that's another great feature that the Lenovo XPad has that most laptops don't. Now, the last thing I want to make sure that I touch on is performance. Now, again, I'm not going to hit you with a whole bunch of specs in your face. That's not what this video is about. This video is to pretty much let you know how would this thing handle your everyday tasks as far as just basic Word, PowerPoint, but primarily Excel. I don't think most YouTubers understand, or most people in general, when they do reviews on laptop, for some odd reason they don't touch on Excel, and I don't know why. Excel, for those who know, can be a beast on a machine. What I mean by that, it can sometimes slow your machine down drastically to the point where you can't even open Excel. There's been times that on my work laptop, Excel has forced closed itself because it was just too many lines that we're trying to process. Now, the spreadsheet that I was using, it wasn't too crazy, but it did have some count if function. It did have some VLOOKUPs, some subtotals, pivot tables. I would just pretty much run through some basic formats just to kind of see how I would handle it. I took one from work just to see how it will operate, and then operate fine. Perfectly fine. So if you're someone that does a lot of Excel, a lot of data formats and things like that, this machine can definitely handle it, even though it has a Core i5. So don't be confused. Don't be thrown off by the Core system or the Core i5 because it's not a Core i7. A Core i5 is perfectly capable of handling your daily tasks, especially when it comes to Excel. So from that feature alone, I definitely recommend this for the next working class person. So with that being said, man, again, I wasn't trying to make this video too long or talk you guys' ears off. I was pretty much trying to be very concise and straight to the point. This laptop can handle your everyday work needs, and if you're just maybe a student, if you're someone who doesn't want to carry something heavy in your laptop, in your book bag, this laptop is definitely the one for you. I can't really stress that enough, guys. Again, thanks to Lenovo for sending this product out to me. I'm very grateful that they did that, and I'm very actually happy that I was able to make sure that this review was maybe pretty much dedicated to the everyday working person. So if you're everyday working man or woman, make sure you check out the Lenovo Thinkpad X280. It's your boy Sean. Be nice, man. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Deuces.